Hi Fringers, welcome to episode 6 of Fringe TV. I'm James Warfield. Today we're gonna take a look at this year's sock hop themed prom. We're gonna meet the littlest and cutest Fringers at Fringe Family. But first, let's take a closer look at some of the most important people of the Fringe, our volunteers. With more on that, Elizabeth Steele, our volunteer director.
What I like about being the volunteer director is meeting all of the people and just seeing how excited they are to be part of the community. Volunteers, when they help out at the box office, they're mainly taking care of house management positions, taking tickets, managing will call, or handing out programs. And then at events, we need help keeping the space tidy, checking IDs at the door.
I am folding t-shirts that are going to be given out to the Fringe Volunteers.
Helping us get ready for the events.
I like helping out this community specifically because it's such a family of artists.
I actually sent an email last night to the rest of my company members, and I was like, they're setting up for Fringe Prom, and they're looking for some volunteers. You guys should definitely go down and meet some of the people. I go, I'm having a blast doing it.
All the madness between shows, when one show is let out and the next show is getting ready to start.
It's fun. It's a good way to be involved in the community, a good way to meet people.
There's so much work that gets put in behind the scenes that most people don't even realize.
Our show's at Open Fist right down the street. It's easy to just pop over here and help out. I will definitely volunteer in Fringes to come more and more because it's just fun.
This is the first year I have volunteered for Fringe. I think it gives me a greater appreciation for the festival as a whole.
Because all these people are volunteers, this is what they care about, and they put in effort because of that.
They do a lot of the legwork, and they're really helping us keep this machine running smoothly.
Tell you what, it'd be a lot harder to get things done around here without our amazing volunteers. And now it's time for me to get a watch and for a word with the festival director.
Party!
June feels like one big party to me. And on Sundays, Fringe Central Station opens up for a special celebration for families. With more on that, our outreach director, Megan McCauley.
The Fringe Festival happens in Hollywood, but it happens in the middle of a residential neighborhood in Hollywood, so we want to bring those families out. I mean, we want, of course, to share the arts with kids from the very beginning as early as possible so that they keep coming for the rest of their lives. But we also want it to be a fun thing that a family can do together, that they can all come to the Fringe Festival. We had a bunch of free programming today from 11 to 3 o'clock, and we had all these kids come out.
The variety of the performances today were really wonderful too, seeing mime, seeing sort of modern dance and songs and dances and interaction. It was very cool for you.
This is like our first year where he's old enough. We thought he'd really like it. It was good for all of us to get out together. It was fun.
I had a good time.
It's a great experience. I mean, the whole family, we just love it, yeah.
They got to see some magic, some music. They got to meet Cinderella today, which was a huge hit.
It was really neat. I didn't realize that they were shy, but when they got on stage, they would, smile big and play to the audience. That was really fun to see, so that was really cute.
And this is my first year programming it and reaching out to families in the area to actually come and enjoy all this awesome stuff. Sunday, June 30th, 11 to 3, come to Fringe Central Station, hang out with us, free family programming, and it's gonna be the best.
This is Fringe Family. This is Fringe Family.
Real loud.
This is Fringe Family.
We had so much fun at Fringe Family. I definitely recommend bringing your young ones down to come check it out. And now, outreach director Megan McCauley in the hot spot.
Do you go like this?
Honestly, sometimes, less like this, more like this. Yeah,
Hey.
I reach out
Nice
like
to
that
meet
all the
you.
time.
Oh.
Be careful, because it's technically my job.
You can get so many delicious beverages right here at Bryan's bar.
Did you know soda and coffee is $1 here?
It's a fine establishment we've got here.
It's a good place to hang. I'm about the Hollywood Fringe Festival. I'm all
Number
about
one,
that.
Fringe Festival. Number 2.
Being nice to people.
3.
Eating cookies.
We're doing a list of 21.
I'm all about dance parties. I'm all about boogieing down.
Dance parties. 5.
Dressing up for themed parties.
6.
Organizing stuff. Helping out. Stacey Jones Hill.
9.
James Warfield.
10.
Fringe TV.
What?
Freaks. They do the dancing.
12.
The popcorn. Free popcorn.
13.
Never answer number 13.
It's unlucky. Drinks.
Naps. Massages. Hollywood Fringe staff. Amazing. Fringe interns. The volunteers. The participants.
And number 21. Oh, Fringe TV audience.
I'm into a lot of stuff.
That was beautiful.
Treat it as if there's no sensitivity whatsoever, but it's the exact
Don't wipe them
opposite.
away.
I have to
Put
wipe
them in here.
We decided to ask the participants what they've learned about the Fringe process.
most important lesson I've learned from this process is that if I take the risk to put my story out and make my story public, everything good happens back.
Keep it collaborative.
Ideas come and go, but letting go of one when it doesn't work allows room for another.
You can't live without theater, you can't live without sex. Try to make time for both.
Let people see and to let people in and to relate to someone else.
Don't think, just surrender and listen.
All about teamwork.
Teamwork.
If you're in the show, if you're directing or writing, do not produce. To trust that something will happen in a moment.
Find a stage manager as soon as possible.
The losers in high school come out on top.
They do.
Whatever you put your mind to, you can do.
When an opportunity presents itself, jump in 1,000,000%.
Find a really good established project to work on.
My own personal organization.
Treat actors nicely.
The value of sacrifice.
Do not get Botox right before you meet famous people because they're jealous.
To follow my heart in every creative decision.
The importance of social media and connecting with my fans.
I'd rather be 9 people's favorite thing than 100 people's 9th favorite thing.
Your apartment can be a rehearsal hall.
Hope and love can overcome anything.
Cast your friends, not jerkwads.
You need a good team to make everything happen.
Don't assume that you got your point across.
There's a lot of rehearsal in theatre. I didn't get the memo.
Hula hooping is a really good way to lose weight.
Don't get insurance at the last minute.
It's just been all about patience and trust.
You have to be better than the script, even if it's a script that you wrote.
Being a starving artist sucks, but it's eventually worth it.
People appreciate and relate to authenticity.
Push yourself to be vulnerable, especially when it scares you.
Listening to people giving their feedback on this project has been really eye-opening and it helped me to become a better writer.
Always rehearse a musical at a church with multiple pianos.
Only work with people that aren't easily offended.
The importance of delegating.
Nobody gets to say what the definition of feminism is.
You can't do it alone. It's about community and family and friendship.
Preset the butter, otherwise you'll have to use olive oil.
It warms my tiny, tiny heart to hear the participants talk about what they've learned and how they've grown. And now for some coverage of this year's Fringe Prom. It's Hollywood Fringe 2013, and we have a king and queen to announce to you. And that's why we're bringing it to you right here from the Little Red Carpet interview. I'm here with the king and queen of 2012 of Hollywood Fringe. It's been a fantastic year. The past year has been amazing, and you know what? I owe that to you too. We as artists here in Los Angeles have worked that much harder to please our queen and our king. How did it feel handing over that crown tonight?
It was like a great weight has been released from these slight shoulders, and by God, it feels good.
Gregory Craft.
I will say the same thing, because you know, that crown kept messing up my hair.
New queen of the Fringe Prom is Roger Williams!
We have a king and queen, and they are so happy to be here. How does it feel to be part of royalty?
I'm excited and I'm honored, and I hope I do the title justice this year.
Would have preferred to be the king, but I'm happy to be royalty.
King and queen.
I miss being the king.
And that is it from Fringe Prom 2013. I need to get my dance on. Oh man, I can't wait for next year's prom. And now that for that special education that you all deserve, it's bartender wisdom.
Here's a helpful hint. Unless you're at a circus or a baseball game, the popcorn is always free.
Salty. Now we hope you've been enjoying all of our different segments on the different Hollywood Fringe venues, because we've got one more for you.
Fringe TV has finally uncovered all of the Hollywood theaters participating in this year's festival. This final group of super venues are all hosting at least 15 productions. First, with 15 Hollywood Fringe shows, there's Actors Company on the corner of Willoughby and Formosa, with 2 new spaces run by Actors Collective. You can also check out one of LA's largest and most sought-after stages, the Lillian, one of 2 spaces at Elephant Stages on Lillian and Santa Monica, with 15 productions this year. At Santa Monica and El Centro, you can see 21 Fringe shows at the Lounge Theater, which boasts 2 renovated spaces and a very spacious lounge. Right next door summer, there's the Fringe Main Stage at Open Fist, hosting 23 productions, and the Fringe Box Office. The Complex, with 5 theaters spanning half a block at Santa Monica and Wilcox, is home to 35 productions in this year's Fringe. And finally, with a whopping 47 shows playing in 3 spaces, right next door to Fringe Central Station at Santa Monica and Lillian, is Theater Asylum. These theaters are all located inside the Fringe boundaries in Central Hollywood. Check out the locations for these spaces and more in the back of the Fringe Guide or by going to hollywoodfringe.org and clicking Venues.
There's an incredible amount of shows playing at those venues. Make sure you check them out. And now I'm gonna check out, because as you can probably guess, it's time for the intern break room.
You're recording this. What are you guys doing? I've already tried that, and it's not gonna work. We're not big enough to make a union. Yeah, we gotta get back to work. Seriously.
You guys can't start it. This isn't Newsies. You're not a union just by saying so. That's all we have for this episode of Fringe TV. I'm James Warfield, signing off. Remember, folks, the awards are right around the corner, so keep an eye out for the ballot in your inbox. For up-to-date information on all that is Fringe, go to hollywoodfringe.org, follow the HFF13 hashtag on Twitter, like our page on Facebook, and download the app for your iPhone and Android. I am not a droid, I'm a person.